All right, welcome, Picture at a Glance family and first-time viewers. How's everybody today? Glad to have everybody with me. Like to do congratulations to everyone that hit that 054 Illinois evening draw yesterday. Remember I said that 05 hadn't played for 85 days, and it showed up. It showed up again as the 056 and the 054. I won them both times along with the 833 and the 383. So that's 4 times a hit in this month. And it's all due to tracking. Like I say, no grids, no root sums, no date sums, no tic-tac-toes, no multiple different workouts or rundowns do I have to use, because I'm tracking all 1,000 numbers. And I set it up where it's easy, trackable, teachable, and doable. And if you're tracking every day, you'll be able to see the trends of the numbers, not patterns, but trends. Actual trends of what the numbers are doing in your state. Pick 3 at a Glance is set up where I can help you and guide you along with the strategy, because I'm showing you how to do all 1,000 numbers in your state. Not only that, I put out 1,300 videos on the channel. I also do personal counseling if you feel you need to go more in depth into my head on how I think and how I strategize and build a skill set. This is what this is all about. You can only build a skill set with looking at all the 1,000 numbers and knowing what they're doing. So like with the Pick 3 at a Glance, I was doing like everybody else. I was just chasing numbers and I was losing. And when I won, I didn't know why I won. I didn't know what to do with the numbers. I was playing birthdays, car plates, house addresses, anywhere I could grab, hoping I dreamed a number, anywhere I could get a number from. And I'd win, but I wouldn't know why I won. So I said, it's got to be a better way. And I come to the conclusion that the better way was to know what all 1,000 numbers was doing and to be able to track all 1,000 numbers. But I didn't see a system out there on paper per se, because back then we didn't have all this 30 years ago, we didn't have all what we have available today with the cell phones and computers and all that to make it simple and easy to do. So I put together a paper strategy. And this strategy is over 30-something years old that I put together, that I'm sharing with everybody now to help them be bigger and better winners when it comes to Pick 3 at a Glance, and stop chasing all these numbers and thinking you're going to win when the lottery is set up for you to lose and not for you to win. Even with my strategy, there's a small percentage you're going to have to winning, but it's a strategy that you can track working with the law average. It's trackable, teachable, and doable. All I'm using is the law average to win. And seeing what numbers have played, eliminating those numbers, the less in the pool are the numbers that I'm looking at as a whole to win. I'm looking at, take 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers. And I have 22 columns with those 1-1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers. And I have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations at a glance. That's how pick three at a glance strategy uh, got started. Okay, by that simple strategy and working with the law average, and I came up knowing that the law average was the best way to go. I read a lot of books and everything trying to learn. It said that with working with the law average, all the numbers had to change positions. And with me thinking about that, I say, okay, maybe I can put a sheet together that let me know what all the numbers, positions the numbers are in, so I can build a strategy that would go along with the law average to start winning. And that's how this got started. So, and my winning is not to brag anything about it. I only show what I need to show you guys, that the strategy works if you work it. That's all. That's all I do. I don't want to show a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go there or get into that. I just want to let you get in my allow you to get in my head to see how the numbers are going to work for your state. Because what I'm doing here in Illinois right now, I hit 4 times this month. I wouldn't dare guarantee anybody that they would do what I'm doing here right this month. You know why? Because your number's going to rotate different than mine. And there's no way that I could track your numbers in your state and tell you what to play with, what you have to apply to winning. And for one, I don't want anyone per se doing my numbers for me if I'm playing my money. I want to check and follow my old numbers, especially when there's something available to you to do that with. Okay, and that's how I work it. I set it up where anybody can do what I do. I can explain it to anybody. I explain to a fifth grader. So again, congratulations to everybody that hit that 054 that called me. People are calling me, let me know since they started tracking, they are winning all over the place, really. Like I say, when I win, it's just to let people know that I put my money where my mouth is. I show the tickets. I don't have tickets to show in Illinois because I play online. So I just try to show you all where I got the email showing that, sending me an email that I won. And I show you all how I played online to win. That's pretty much it. But I don't show, I don't talk a whole lot about the money I win. I really don't. I don't need to. If you're doing what I'm doing, you won't need to talk about the money you win either. You'll just be playing and doing what you need to do. Okay? So I will be, when we get into the chat now, what I'll be doing, I will be basically teaching. I won't join the chat myself, but you all are more than welcome to chat with among yourselves. And at the end of the chat, I want to do a Q&A because we get these bots and trolls that want to come in and do their thing on people's channels also. All right. Hello, Salvador. So we're going to ignore them because my main objective is to try to let everybody see what I do, get in my head, and build a skill set and a strategy for their state, and get everybody in the winner circle that I can get in the winner circle. And so far, I'm pretty much happy with how it's going because a lot of people are getting in there and they're letting me know and they're appreciating it. So, like I say, I got 1,300 videos. And don't ask me how I made all these videos. My daughter asked me the other day, Dad, how'd you make all the videos? I say, I don't know. I heard when I started YouTube, I heard a guy say, if you start a channel, just press record. So that stuck with me, and I just kept pressing record to 1,200, 1,300 videos. So in a year and a half. So I'll style myself sometime. But anyway, we're going to go with the number that came in. And congratulations again to everybody in Illinois that called me, let me know they hit with the 054. Because I said keep playing it back. You know, I said play that column back, that rundown, that wheel back, because it hadn't played in 84 days. And also midday, 3-9 front pair ain't played for 13 days now. So I added, that's the only time I'll play a midday number when I got that I know it's been out that long and ain't played in 110 days. I'll make sure when I play, that's going to be what I play. If I don't play it every day, every chance I get, when I say play OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly. Every time I get a chance, if I don't play it every day, every time I get a chance to play it, that's the numbers I play. I don't jump on and off the numbers. Even if I don't play every day a certain set of numbers that I know that I got in my bucket list, what I do is every time I get a chance, I will play those numbers. Okay? So here, we're going to do the, if you're relatively new with the pick through at a glance strategy, all you have to do is I use the 111 rundown on the winning number that comes in. Illinois' evening draw number was the 054. So I'm going to do the 111 rundown for you if you're new and you don't know how to do rundowns, and it's relatively easy to do. Okay? And to show you. Alrighty. The 1-1 rundown strategy. The first two strategies rundowns I learned was the 1-2-3 and the 1-1-1 rundown. An older lady taught me those strategies, how to do those, and those were the only ones I was using until I realized the only one I needed to use when I put the pick through at a glance strategy together was the 1-1 rundown. But the 1-2-3 it's okay. I don't really use it that much. Sometimes when I want to play around and see what the 1-2-3 has to offer in a rundown, but I only stick with tracking all 1,000 numbers. So we're gonna do the 1-1-1. You put that's your rundown number on the 054 that came in. This your winning number here that came in for the day. Okay? And you're going to add 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but you don't use the 1 in lottery math. You use single numbers in lottery math. So you don't use the number on the left-hand side. You only use the number you come up with on the right-hand side, and that would be the 0. Okay? Now you do the same here. You're going to add 1 to the 5, and you're going to count straight down numerically. You're going to say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just like that. That's why I use it. It's simple and easy to use. Now, if you put the 5 here and you add down and you don't get the 5, and you do it again, you add down and you get the 5, don't get the 5, I suggest you just go by quick picks because you're worse than me in math, and I don't think I can help you. Neither one of us can help. You can't be worse than me and me help you. We're in trouble. Okay? That's a joke. Not to offend anybody, but I'm telling you, I was terrible at math. How I came up with this strategy is beyond me. I amaze myself every time I do this. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but every time I go through this, I amaze myself. Really. I really amaze myself. But I guess it was a blessing. I just see it as a blessing because I can share it with everybody. I'm glad I can share it. The 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is, again, it's going to be the 10, but you just use a 0. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. And 1 to 3, you get the 4 again. Just adding straight down. Nothing fancy. Nothing to have to remember that much. And you're done. Okay? So, with the 22 numbers that I told you, out of the 1,000 numbers that I use to make the pick 3 at a glance strategy, one of those base numbers will always be in the rundown. Will always be in the rundown. Okay? And as you do this here and get acclimated to doing this, you'll automatically remember what those 22 numbers are, and you'll be easily be able to spot them in the rundown. Okay? So I know that when my base number, it shows 610 here, but in the other 22 numbers it's going to show as 016, like that. Now this is a singles. They can come 3 different ways out of the 1,000 numbers. In the 1,000 numbers, you're going to have 6, I'm sorry, not 3, but 6 different ways when they're singles. So you're going to do, it can come the 016, well, I'm sorry, I ain't going to do the 016. I'm going to do the 054 that came in. That's the way I normally do it. So let's do the 054. I hope I don't confuse you here. 054 could come as 045. It can come as 405. Hope that 405. Hope y'all can see that. It can come 450. And it can come 540. And it can come 504. So these are 6 numbers you get out of the 1,000 numbers with this 054, or with any a single with 3 different numbers. You're going to get these numbers out of the 1,000 numbers that you have. That's got the 054. Okay? This is how the law average works. The law average, the numbers will all throughout the year change positioning. Just like this is. That's what you call the law average. The numbers have to change positions. Will change positions. Here, if you got a double, like 122, it can come only 3 ways because it's got 2 like numbers in it. So it can come 122, it can come 212, and it can come, oops, that right there. Man, how did I do it? Let me do this over. Like I say, be organized. I don't like being messy. So it can come 122. It can come 212, and also it can come 221. See how they change positions? The numbers change positions working with the law average. And triples can only come one way. Any way they come, they're going to be triples. And that's what they call triples. All right? Hey, Scott. Welcome, everybody. So now, what I'm going to do, this 054 can come 6 different ways. But like I'm saying here, the base number is going to be 016. And you're going to find that column. All right? And in that column, you're going to find this 054. Now, it might not be just like this 054 is. It probably would be one of these combinations here. But it's still the same number. So we're going to go to the master sheet right here. We're going to find the 016 column. Here it is right here. Oh, wrong sheet. Wrong sheet. We're going to find the 016, which is column 5. I got 12 numbers, like I say here, are the singles that make up the 22 numbers. And you're going to find column 5, and you see the 016. And you go down to 016, and here it is. That 045 is 054 is right here, but it shows as, if you can see it, it shows as 450. Same number. You just circle it. I usually circle it. I get whatever you get this sheet together, whatever method you use to make it work for you is fine. But I usually circle the number the first time it come in, and then if it comes in again, I just put check marks by it, so it lets me know how many times that number came in. So you circle it, bam, you're done. With these 12 numbers here, and doing a 1-1 rundown on them, knowing that all these numbers can come 6 different ways, and you got 12 of them. Here you have 6 different ways. So each column represents 60 numbers. 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers you can look at a glance. That's how I win, because I can see what's going on with the numbers off the columns. I can see if a column don't hit for the whole month. 60 numbers don't hit for a whole month. See these little, I hope you can see it here. I usually put a little arrow over a column that don't hit for the month. But here, because I had this and I didn't want to kind of mess things up, I want to try to keep it neat, I put little dash lines by the number. That meant that that column didn't hit that month. So that makes me keep an eye on the columns working with the law average that don't hit, because more than likely my numbers for the following month is going to come off of one of those columns. And that's what I mean by building a strategy and a skill set. By knowing what numbers have played, I'll know what numbers are left to lessen the pool of the numbers for me to play. And I look at the numbers that's left is the numbers that I play, that I want to play. Okay? So right here, I take these are the base numbers of the 1,000 numbers that I made, put together to make up this master sheet and make up these columns. And they're 012 in column number 1. Column number 2 is 013. Column number 3 is 014. Column number 4 is 015. Column number 5 is 016. Column number 6 is 017. Column number 7 is 018. Column number 8 is 024. Column number 9 is 025. Column 10 is 026. Column 11 is 027, and column 12 is 037. Okay, now somebody asked me, how did I go from 027 to 037 and make this work? I keep telling y'all, it was a gift, a blessing or something, because I don't know. I just was working with the numbers. I had read a lot of books, quite enough books, and I knew they did make columns and rows, but nothing was applicable to where I could understand what was going on with all 1,000 numbers at a glance. So I said, it's got to be a better way. I got to be able to make a column like they got where I can track all the 1,000 numbers down. So I started playing around with the numbers and put the numbers on the top and came down, and then did the 1-1 rundown on hundreds of numbers, y'all, hundreds of numbers. And make sure that all 1,000 numbers was in those 22 numbers, and they were. Like I said, with just these 12 columns here, you're looking at 720 of those numbers that you always know what's going on with each column. And to be truthful with you, if a column don't come in 2 months or 3 months here, and you decide to play the column, and I play it exactly like it is on the column, because 9 out of 10, the number comes out exactly like it is on the column. That's a skill set, a strategy I'm giving you, okay? And you'll see that. These are so you can play what you need to know in the numbers in your state and how they're falling. All right? And the same way with the doubles here. I made 10 doubles right here. 10 doubles. This gives you all the doubles and the possible combinations at a glance on 10 columns. You don't have to guess what's going on with the doubles. You don't have to play just any doubles to try to win, because as you tracking, you're going to be able to see what's going on with the doubles to win. So the double is column 1 is 001, column 2 is 002, column 3 is 003, column 4 is 004, column 5 is 005, column 6 is triple zeros, Column 7 is 001. Column 8 is 002. Column 9 is 033. Column 10 is 044. See that? Just 10 columns. You got all of the doubles at a glance. You'll always know what's going on with them. Because these doubles, like I said, can come 3 different ways, each one. So each column represents 30 numbers of those doubles, of those 1,000 numbers. Okay? So that makes it easy, like I say, to glance. And these sheets, if you want, so some subscribers just make the sheet out on paper and do it themselves. If you want me to PDF you the sheets for a small fee, which is a small fee, probably no more, too much more than what you play in a day on the lotteries. And then you can make copies and follow me for your state and how to do it. Okay? And you got the 20, you got, like I say, you got 30 numbers on each column at a glance. So you got 9 times 30 because the triples only come one way. 9 times 30 gives you 270 of those doubles you're looking at and not guessing what you're doing with your numbers or where you're getting your numbers. You're seeing what's going on with the numbers you plan to pick. Plus, so that's 270 plus the triples that only come one way, which is 10, gives you 780 numbers. Let me move this over. Make sure you all can see. Okay. Again, 9 times the 30 gives you 270 numbers, right? The triples only come one way. That's 10. So now you got 280 plus the 720 on the singles that I just showed you. You got 1 and 1,000 odds. You got 1 and 1,000 numbers. You got all of them right there on 22 numbers. And when you do the 111 run down on all the columns to see what's going on with your numbers every day, the winning numbers come in, you'll always be able to mark them off to see what's going on with them and what's going on with each column where you don't have to guess. And that's the way to get you in this winner circle. The reason being, let me do a reality check here. You got 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. If you played this whole column exact every day, at the end of the year, you still going to have 635 of those numbers. You ain't going to have no idea what's going on with them. However you play them, if you ain't tracking the actual numbers to see what's going on with them to win. Again, reality check. You got 1,000 numbers that's going to be played randomly every day. You're going to have 365 days out of the year. 30% chance, not even 30, 1 in 1,000 odds. Well, 30% of the 1,000 numbers is 300 and 300 something odd, 300 numbers or so. Okay? Maybe a little more with 365 out a year. So you're still going to have 635 of those numbers. You ain't going to have no idea what's going on with them. You have to track to win. Now, I don't care what other strategy. I don't care if you're using the grids, the root sum, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, and the multiple other 100 or 200 different strategies they got out there. If you're not tracking all these numbers, you're playing in the dark. You playing. That's what I was doing. I don't know about nobody else. Because when I won, I didn't know what I won, how I won, and when I did win, where I was going to get my next numbers from without starting that same cycle over of not knowing. The same cycle of not knowing. So what I did, I just said, that don't make sense to me. It didn't make, if it don't make sense to me, I got to figure out to it where it makes sense to me, because I was slow learning in school, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was. If it wasn't for a lot of good teachers, I wouldn't have been as successful as I am today. So they had patience with me. So I always wanted to make sure that I could be like a teacher and explain things and make it simple to people that, needed to learn what they need to learn, could get it. And that's how I said, okay, that don't make sense. Every time I'd win, I'd be right back and saying, well, what I do now, where I'm gonna get my next number from. I hope I dream a number, or I hope I could find a algorithm that's gonna tell me what number is coming the next day. That's what everybody's looking for, something that's coming the next day. It's not how often you win, it's how you play the game. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not how often you win, it's how you play the game. You got to know how to strategize, how to win. When you win, what numbers to load up on to, go into the winner circle with a decent amount of change. Not bragging again. 4 times this month, if I've hit and I showed receipts. I'm not just giving y'all stuff and not giving receipts behind it. Okay. And every time, and I'm not going to probably show every time I win, but I'm going to show y'all what applicably when I'm talking and telling you all what to do. When I win doing that, I'm going to show you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Terry C, how's everybody? Okay, how you doing, Terry C? Thank you, Terry C, for joining us today. All right. And thanks everybody for their support. I've had subscribers that's had my back for a long time. I feel like a special guy. Very special. Y'all make me feel real special. Okay? So, that's to me is the only key that I could use, And then, like I said, I got other, videos showing where I won in Missouri when I was over there, just to show you guys that, to me, tracking is it. And like I said, you got 1 in 1,000 odds, and 1 in average. And numbers do run randomly. I see a lot of those trolls go on people's lotteries channel to buy. They run randomly. Ain't no way you can hit. Ain't no way. And pretty much they're right. The law is not set up for us to win, set up for us to lose. But you have the law average to your advantage that you can use to win if you know why you're playing the number, or if you're tracking the numbers. If you're tracking the picture, tracking the front pair, back pair, single digit, to increase your chances of hitting the number straight. Okay? Now, here you have another strategy that I came up with. I was doing okay with this strategy number 1 because I used this for a long time. Until I said, wait a minute, I need to know. I started getting more advanced. I say, I need to know how to track pairs. And I went looking for something that would tell me how to know what pairs, to track the pairs, but I couldn't find anything. So I say, well, let me go and track the pairs, put something together for the pairs on my own. So this triangle gives you all the 1,000 combinations, 1,000 numbers, possible pair combinations. This little triangle right here. I don't care what number come out, I can track the pairs of all the numbers of those 1,000 numbers. And that's how I did the 05. That's why I hit that 055, because I could track and see that it hadn't came out in 84 days. And I know on average, it's going to come out 3 times or 4 times when it do show up. So I just kept playing it back. This is what you see when you're tracking. Hey, Seashell, glad to have you with me. Okay, so what I did, I just ran these numbers. I didn't have no idea how it was going to work. I said, okay, let me start off with the basics. Let's start off with the doubles up here. And I'll just count down till I can't count down no more on each column. And I say, that should give me all 1,000 numbers somehow. That's what I figured it would work. Don't ask me how. I just figured it. So not good in math, not at all, nowhere. So like the 054, see here, the 04 did hit last month. I know that at a glance. So what I do is I'm going to circle the 04. I know I hit the 05 already with the 056. It just failed. So I'll just put a check mark. Let me know it came twice. And then I'll go see the 45 just came out once this month. Now you all double check me, but I try not to make errors, but everybody's human. I could make an error. But I'm pretty sure the 04, this first time the 45 hit, and I'm pretty sure it's the first time that this 04 hit here, and I know this is the second time the 05 hit. That hadn't hit in 84. So I'll probably plan an 05 run again tonight, for sure. I know I will be. I know I will be in Illinois. Okay. So that's 3 separate pairs. 3 separate individual numbers. You got 3 separate pairs. Okay. Also, everything in red here is still hot. They're still out there to play. All right, everything that's red that's out there, and especially the ones that haven't hit yet. Okay. Now, if you got two separate numbers like 448, when they come in, you mark off the double 4 and the 48 like that. And also, one thing had me trouble with this when I came. I didn't figure out how I was going to track triples. I said, wow, how am I going to do the triples? I don't see how I know. So I said, well, it's just two, all of them the same. I'll just mark off the triples up here when they come in. So like if triple twos come in, I would mark off the double twos, or triple zeros, I'd mark it off, or whatever triple, I'd just mark off the two, the doubles on that. That was my strategy of doing it. So like I said, with all I can track all the pairs of the 1,000 numbers with this triangle, however the numbers come out. Now here, how I won and got in the winner circle with a skill set and strategy. This 38 doing this hadn't failed for 128 days in Missouri. All right. So what I did a wheel on it the same way. If you just go back and see the short, I put up a short on how I win and stuff. I just put up a couple of shorts so y'all can see the email that the lottery sent me for winning, and how I play online, because I don't have paper stuff out. I don't have paper, so I just have to show you how I do it online. And I do a wheel. Maybe I better do the wheel on the 04 that just came out of here. What I do with the wheel here, I knew that the 05 hadn't played, so I was willing it. When I added to my bucket list to play, I knew the 05 hadn't hit. And like I said, the 80-something days, the 85 days almost, 84 days. So what I do is, if I don't know exactly how it's going to come, and I've got the money to play it with, I'll wheel it down. Let's see the wheel here. I call this the wheel. 050, 051, 052, 053, 054, 056, 057, 058, 059. Okay, from 0 to 9. So anything with the 05 come in, I got it covered, and play a 50-cent box. And that's how I played it yesterday. And, I figured that this 05, because, the 05 was on the front. And when I went back to check the front pair and back pair, that's the first time that the 05 had failed on the front when it came as 056. So I played it back at them as 054. Okay. No lucky numbers, no none of that stuff. I know what I'm playing. I know what I'm doing there. And that's what came in 054. Plus, I also got it this way. That's how you wheel the number. And that's what I mean by building a strategy and a skill set, because out of the 6 months up to June here, the 5.5 months, almost 6 now, I realize this might be a better choice here. Because 044 and 400 hadn't failed last month. See what I'm saying? When you're looking at your actual numbers for your state, you'll see stuff that you can't see with the tic-tac-toe date sum grids and multiple different rundowns. You just ain't going to be able to see it. And even if you do see it, if you ain't tracking all 1,000 numbers, you ain't going to know what you're really looking at. Okay? So that's how I got in the winner circle right there. Now, we're going to go to strategy number 3. And that's single digits being cold. When I first started, they was talking about single digits, and if a single digit is cold, to start playing that single digit. Had no idea how to play it, why I was playing it, what to do with it, why I would do it. So I said, no, I got to figure this one out. Two. I went to the two. I got to do something else to figure this stuff out. So what I did, I said, okay, it's three. Pick three. It's got three numbers. So I can make three columns, and I do 0 to 9 on three columns. 0 to 9 on the front, 0 to 9 in the middle, and 0 to 9 on the end. So that way I know whenever a number comes in, I'll know where those digits, how those digits fell in what position. So here I see that the zero, I mark it. It came in twice on the front. Then I hit the 5 in the middle. It came in. This is the second time it came in because it came 056. And the 4. And the 4 is the second time it came in. See that? At a glance, I know what's going on with any number that comes in. And I'm looking at what numbers are left that I'm going to carry over and follow into the next month, working with the law of average, less than the pool of the numbers. I got to play where to play them and how to play them. Because they got to hit. Okay? Now, you'll get to see how long it takes some of these numbers to hit. Like I said, we got 39 pair on midday in Illinois. Ain't hitting 100 in about 13 days, I think it is now. But I'm playing the 39, so I kind of start tracking how long it takes when I start playing at 39 or playing a pair. But I track, but I don't mentally keep it in my head. Okay, so like here, Illinois didn't play 927 all last year. That's my birthday. 927, my birthday. So I really don't play birthdays, anniversary numbers, and all that on a consistent basis unless I did my homework and tracked the number down to give me a reason to play it. So it didn't play all last year. So the likelihood of it showing up, I know everything about what's going on with my birthday numbers, my numbers when I play them. So you see here, I have the 927. Now, when doing this, if at the end of the month 9 don't fall on the back, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to play my 927, but I'm going to also make sure I play it as 279. All right. And also I know I'm going to play it as 729 to put that 9 on the back, because with my skill set and strategy, I realize that a lot of times that number, if you plan it, will come on the back of your number. This is how you want to look at hitting your numbers straight. The key is you want to hit them straight so you have more money to invest into the bucket list of numbers that you're building and picking to play. I only load up when I win. I don't load up. I stick to my budget until my numbers start hitting. Then I load up on my bucket list of numbers that I'm playing. That's how you do it. And how I got in the winner circle here is with these 7s in Missouri. I was tracking, and you'll see strange things happening with the numbers, but when they do, you'll be there to take advantage of it. You'll be there to take advantage of it. You're tracking all 1,000 numbers with the pick 3 at a glance strategy. This 7s didn't hit, and I never had seen that. I pretty much out of all the times I tracked, and I would have I really pounced on it. 7s didn't hit for a whole month on no number. No number that came out for that whole month. Let's say no number for May came out with a 7 on evening draw, because that's all I've tracked during that time. Didn't come out with no 7, not 1 7. I say, never seen that before. And I was about to the end of June, like I am now, and no 7 had failed for the whole rest of that, about 20 some odd days in June. I say, this is crazy. Oh, is something going on? I know 7 had to fall, so I played 777s. I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back, and then I wheeled the 7, just like I showed y'all how I did the wheel on the 054. And I played that for a couple of days because I know the 7 had to show, and 777s fell right in my lap. And I got them. So this is what I'm talking about. You ain't going to see this with the tic-tac-toe, take some grids and multiple different rundowns. You just can't do it. You ain't going to see it. It was almost 60 days for those 7s failed or better with a number. I've never seen that before. Never seen it. That's why I say, the numbers run random and they do what they do. Certain numbers don't bring certain numbers. The numbers just run random. Okay. So you just track and see what they do. At certain days, numbers don't just fall on certain days. I used to think all this stuff. When you start tracking, you're gonna find out different. And again, playing triples, I work with the law average playing them, and I only play them toward the end of the year. If no triple then fail all year, working with the law average. If no triples fail all year, I got an idea of how I'm gonna play with triples. All right. So here again, I didn't know. I wanted to know all parts of any number that I played and what they're doing. I want to know if what last time that front pair of that number or back pair of any number failed when I played it. Okay, so here we have. I put another strategy together. I say, well, I'm gonna put it on paper because I want to do it on paper. Like I say, we didn't have computers and I didn't have access, and they were really, when stuff that's invented and new, everything expensive. So I had to put everything on paper. So I put together this paper strategy. I put all the front pairs of the numbers on the front and all the back pairs of the numbers on the back. These numbers are the same, top and bottom. So with that 054, what I'll do, I'll mark off. I know that 05 just hit again, so I'll put a check mark by it. Let me know that's the first time. Second time it's been hit this year on the front. And the 54, I'll go back to see if it played at all this year. And see right here, it hadn't played. At a glance, I know what's going on with all the numbers, front and back. At a glance, I ain't got to guess. If it's a particular number I'm looking at, see what's going on, see if the front of it, the back pair fell on it, I'll know. And that's why I say with triple eights, or triples. And I went triple eights in 2022 in December. And I got the receipts for it. They're on my channel. Just go look for it. Right here, ace in January 1st only failed January on the front end. And the rest of the year, it hadn't failed any time on the front or the back. And I'm pretty sure the reason why I was getting heavy on it, because the last 3 months into December, no double eights had failed any kind of way, split pair or front or back pair. So I said, oh, those eights got to come. Then also I knew that double threes, which is mirrors of the eights, hadn't failed. So threes and eights was the two numbers I was loading up on at that time, because they mirrored it. One of them had to come in my book, and they did. The triple eights came in. I think it was December 22nd. Or like that. Okay. So you'll be able to see a lot doing this. You'll be able to build a skill set doing this, and a strategy that's applicable to your numbers in your state. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I need to show you all, like I did that 1-1 rundown here. It's an app that you can use, thanks to technology today, that I didn't have when I started this. It's called Pick 3 Rundowns. Okay, it's called LLC. I kind of opened the app up already. When you download it and open it up, it's going to come up like this. And what you're going to do is put the winning number of the day in here, which like is the 054 054. And see all these different rundowns and strategies they got for you to win, but none of them includes tracking all the 1,000 numbers. Okay. Most of them include hindsight of finding the numbers after the numbers that came in. What we want to do is figure out what numbers come in before they come in. And that's what Pick 3 at a Glance does for you. All these different numbers that people have do rundowns to figure out what numbers are coming in that don't even include doing all 1,000 numbers. So what you do with this 054, and that didn't make sense to me either. That didn't make sense to me. So the 054, you're going to do the 1-1 rundown, the one that I told you that we do, and in a matter of seconds, it'll do the rundown for you and show you what numbers to play. And here it is. All the numbers that we did on the rundown on, that we just did. Let me show you. And I do that for any of those 1,000 numbers. You just put it in. And you see here? But it's the wrong one I got. Let me show you this one here. Yeah. See here? Did it all the work for you. Right there. See the 165, the 276, the 387, the 498, the 059, the 6110, the 721, the 382, and the 493 did the work for you. And all you're going to do is say, oh, okay, here's the base number is a 610. That's that 016. So I'm going to go to the column. Oh, let me go back here. Go to the column. 016 column on the singles, which is column 5, and go to the 450. Bam, knock it off. Then you're done. Okay? And show you something else that I did. When I got to Illinois, I had to go back and do my data and gather all the data to play, to know what numbers are left, so I know what to play and how to play. So just like I did, I took a sheet, and all I do is the 22 numbers. I don't play with the triangles or anything because I really don't need to. I just want to find out what the numbers that are left for me to play and off of what columns and how they roll. So I like this here. These here, I just went back to January of this month. Everything is pink. I hope you can see that. I eliminated the numbers. Everything in pink, I eliminated numbers that failed this year already. Okay. And you're gonna have to go back and do it yourself, because I think I know I didn't put the 054 in here that just hit. But what you eliminate the numbers, all right, in your state using the picture at a glance, and whatever numbers are left is the numbers you're looking at putting together and playing for the rest of the year. All right. Any numbers that's left, you're gonna put together, working with the law of average, and see how they're falling off the column the rest of the year. And every month, you're going to do one of these sheets separately, midday and evening. You're not going to be piling up all the numbers on the sheet for midday and evening. If you're doing tracking midday, use the sheets just for midday. If you track it evening, just use the sheets for evening. These sheets are not set up where you do midday and evening on them, because that'll kill your law of average. Okay. That's not gonna give you a law average, because you want the law average to work midday to midday and evening to evening to see what's left. Okay. Now, so now I look down the column. I'll say, okay, if this column ain't hit in 2 or 3 months, I'm looking to play the numbers that I didn't highlight. I didn't highlight out, because I know they ain't came. See here, see the 4 or 5 0. Like I say, it's the first time it hit this year, like that. And the 016 just hit this month. I recall, yeah. This is how you can build a strategy and a skill set. I mean, if you're a serious player, you'll take the time to do this. and you use that app. That's what I used. I just went to the first number of the other year, which was 616, and played and eliminated all the numbers off the singles and the doubles. And after that, everything else is going to be smooth sailing. See here? I did the same thing for all the doubles. I eliminated what numbers came in. I mean, it was about 3 hours of work. Okay. Using the app. Eliminate. And now when I look at a column, I know exactly what numbers I'm going to play, the ones that haven't showed up yet. Okay. That's why I say you can't see this with the grids, the root sums, tic-tac-toes, the date sums. You just won't be able, you won't be able to build a skill set and a strategy that's going to pay in the long run, is going to pay you dividends. Okay. And I have to show you about mirrors. I want to show you about mirrors because I do that for everybody that might be new on here. So if you're asking questions and you want to know what's going on, you need to know about mirrors and flips. And I do that every time. Because when I first started, if I had known about mirrors and flip, it would have been a great help for me to, win better, for sure. But a lot of people was using mirrors and flips interchangeably because they didn't understand them themselves. I found that out the hard way. I did. Because you'll see a lot of channels, these guys will say flips and mirrors, and they be talking about flips when they mean mirrors. And that can mess you up. Here you have the difference between mirrors and flips. With mirrors, you add +5 to the numbers from 0 to 9. And flips, you add +3 to the numbers from 0 to 9. All right? Now, with mirrors, you're going to add 5 to the 0, you get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 3, you get 8. 5 to 4, you get 9. So you can kind of do that without thinking, can't you? That's so simple and easy. And then 5 to 5, you're going to get, it's 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. 5 to 6, again, you don't use the 1 on the left-hand side, you just use the 1 on the right-hand side. So 5 to 6 is 11. 5 to 7 is 12. You just use the 2, the 1 and the 2. 5 to 8 is 13. You just use the 3. 5 to 9 is 14. Just use the 4. Okay. Let's say you take the 1,000 numbers, divide them in half, and on the top you got triple zeros to 499. And on the bottom you got 500 to 999. That gives you all 1,000 numbers with the from all the way through. So say you played 0, 1, 2, and the lawyer played 5, 6, 7. They just mirrored your number. Reason being, a 0 is a mirror of 5, a 5 mirrors a 0. 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1. 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2. 3 mirrors a 8, 8 mirrors a 3. 4 mirrors a 9, 9 mirrors a 4. Or they'll say same as or mirror. Or same as, mirror, or sister numbers. That's what they'll do for the mirror number. Now the flips, they basically just call them flips. They don't say anything, they don't use that for mirrors. They're just, for flips. They don't say that with flips. They just say flips. But you got, the only way you need to, what you only need to know, when they add in a number and call it a mirror, or they add in 5, or if they call it a flip, or they add in 3 to the number, whatever the number is. So like this 1, 2, 3, if you play 1, 2, 3, they play 6, 7, 8. And they just mirrored your number. If you play 1, 2, 2, you play 6, 7, 7. They play 6, 7, 7. They just mirrored your number. Or you play 0, 0, 0, they play 5, 5. They just mirrored your number. Or vice versa. That's all. Now here, flips I don't understand. I don't understand the principle of them, so I really don't use them. Okay. And here it is. plus 3, you get 3. I mean, plus 3 to 0, you get 3. 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you're going to get 10. But again, you only use the 0 and not the 1. Because in Lottery Math, you want single numbers. 3 to 8, you get 11. You just use the 1. 3 to 9, you get 2. You just use, 12, and you just use the 2. All right? So if you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 3, 4, 5, they just flipped your number. If you play 1, 2, 3, and the lottery played 4, 5, 6, they just flipped your number. If you play 1, 2, 2, and the lottery played 4, 5, 5, they just flipped your number. You play triple zeros, and the lottery played triple threes, they just flipped your number. See how the numbers are totally different here in that same instance? Now, I don't know what to do with the flip or understand it, and I can't explain it, but you need to know the difference, because I know people go to different channels and try to learn. I still go to channels because I never know when somebody might say something that help Picture at a Glance be better. Okay, so here, the reason why I don't understand this here holds true. Where, a 0 could be a 5, 1, 6, 7, 8. It makes sense because you divide the 1,000 number directly in half. This here, what doesn't make it hold true for me, is that a 1 here is a 4 and a 4 is a 1 and an 8 is a 1 and a 1 is an 8. They both can't hold true and they both can't be the same to me to win and understand how to win. And the reason why mirrors are so important with the pick 3 at a glance strategy and working with the laws of average is that every one of these columns, the numbers mirror each other. The numbers mirror each other. Let's say in column 5, where the 054 came in, the mirror of it is 905. See, here it is, 905. This 016, the mirror of it is 561. See, 561. Every one of these columns, the singles and the doubles, numbers mirror each other. So if you got a column, any of these columns that ain't played for 60 or 90 days, and I usually start looking at a column if I know it ain't failed in 60 days. That's when I start looking to add any numbers off that column to my bucket list when I win. And when they get to 90 days and it ain't hit, it's definitely something coming off that column for my bucket list when I win. And what I'm going to be looking for is any of the numbers and its opposite, a mirror number didn't fall off the column also. So if, say, column 7 here, the 018 didn't fall, and this mirror number, the 563, hadn't failed, after 90 days, them are my two numbers with the law average I'm going to be playing if I don't play the whole column after 90 days when I win. And that's how I hit the 054. I played the whole column plus the 054. Because I knew that 05 only played on the front once. And it hadn't played for, like I said, 58 days. not 58, 85 days. I flipped that around. Well, the number I flipped around, but I just explained flip. So I turned it around. I ain't gonna say flip, I turned it around. Because I don't want to confuse you guys. And let me see here. And I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to talk about the grids, example of the grids here. That I haven't used grids at all because once I put this sheet and strategy together, I got off the grids and all the different rundowns to try to hit because I'm tracking all the 1,000 numbers. So everything I need is in that. Here they got like a tic-tac-toe. Let's see. Oh, let me get this straight. Okay. And if you see it, they call these tic-tac-toes. Let's say, for instance, a number came in 901. I use that 901. And most of them want to do a tic-tac-toe on this 901. They add one and they go around the circle to try to find out a combination of numbers to play for the next day. This is the winning number that came in, and this is how most of them do it. They want to add a 1 to a 1, you get 2, 1 to 2, you get 3, 1 to 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you get 5, because you're going to go here. You're going to skip this. 1 to 4, you get 5, 1 to 5, you get 6, and 1 to 6, you get 7. Let me be. So out of these pool of numbers, you want to come up with the numbers that you think might play the next day or a couple of days down the road and have no idea why you're playing it. Because what you do, you're going to add all the numbers across here that horizontal. That's how most people, this is what I know. Okay. You're going to play 9, 4, 3. You're going to do 9, 4, 3. You're going to do the 5, 0, 2. You're going to do the 6, 7, 1. Then you're going to go down this way. And you're going to do 9, 5, 6. Then you're going to do 4, 0, 7. Then you're going to do 6, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And then they want to go from corner to corner. Or like go from 7, go 7, 1, 2. 1, 2. Corner to corner here. Then they want to go 2, 3, 4. Then they want to go 4, 9, 5. What 2, 3, 4. I wrote on. Okay, I did. I messed up something here. With my eyes acting up. 7. Let's go to 7, 1, 2 again. 7, 1, 2. I'm trying to get neater. And then I said the 3, the 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then the 4, 9, 5. 4, 9, 5. And the 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So now out of these, I'm gonna mark this, just take that out because I can see it. Out of, say, this combination of numbers, they want to figure out, say, play these for the next 7 days, however they have it set up. The thing about this, you don't know why you're playing none of these numbers if you ain't tracking. You don't know why you're playing any of those numbers. All right? So what they'll say on hindsight, if they play these numbers and let's say 9, let's say 9, 4, 8 comes out. And here, there's no 9, 4, 8. They'll say, well, we should have mirrored, doggone it, it was right in front of our face. We should have mirrored this 3 and made it an 8 with the 5. And that would have gave you your 9, 4, 8. Or say 9, 4, 6 comes. And it's not anywhere in the pool of the numbers that you were playing to win. Then they'll say, oh man, and we should have flipped the number 3 and added that 3, and it would have been the 9, 4, 6. You can come up with 90% of those numbers playing that way using this strategy. You can come up with 90% of them. It doesn't show you anything. You don't know no more than you did when you get through with this. Every time you use the pick three at a glance strategy, you're going to be in the know. You're going to be in the how because you're tracking all 1,000 numbers for your state. Track your own numbers for your own state. Okay, now, I think that's pretty much what I need to show everybody. I just don't use those. It don't make sense to me to make a pool of numbers and I ain't got no idea what's going on with those numbers. And you can flip any number to be whatever the 1,000 numbers you want it to be. In hindsight, it just don't make sense to me. If it don't make sense to me, I don't do it. I don't do it. And that's on all the rundowns. They'll flip a mirror of the numbers to match up the number that came in to say there it was. And no, it wasn't there. You couldn't have been there, or you would have won. And like I say, even with the law of average and using the pick three at a glance strategy, your percentages of winning are small, but it's greater because you can track all 1,000 numbers and build a strategy and a skill set. And like I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with your budget, with your numbers, and build you a bucket list of numbers that you know you're going to stay on and play. And if you get off of them, when you win again, you're going to go back on them and pick them up. I hear you, Terry C. You're right. You've been around a long time, Terry C. I know you know what you're talking about. You're right, Terry C. I hear you. Okay. Let's see. But I explained that Terry C hit the nail on the head as far as I'm concerned. He really did with it. And that's what it is. Track. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy the game more, and don't, like I say, don't get all strung out, and you won't be as stressed out. After I put that together, I'm not near stressed out. If I miss a number, I just miss the number. But thing about the number, I know how I missed it. I know what column it fell off of. I know if I'm looking at the front pair and the back pair, single digit. I know everything it is about my numbers. And when it, just like I knew to play that 05 back, it ain't fell in 84 days. When it hit, I know the law average was going to come and play. And I played the column of the doubles, column 5 back. I'll play them both back again tonight because I have the money, to play with. I'll play them back again tonight. Not a lot of money. I'm not going to spend a lot of money. Like I said, I try to keep my budget between $3, $5. When I win, I go up to $10 maybe on my numbers for a couple of days. And then I cut back, depending on looking at the numbers and see what they're going to do. But I already hit 4 times this month. I got the receipts, so that's all I'm gonna say. And I ain't gonna be saying that a lot anyway, because all I want everybody else to get in the winner circle. I know how to get there, and I can show you with your numbers. I can tell you what to do with your numbers, but you have to do the work. I'll give you a hand up, but not a hand out. I don't predict numbers. I don't give people numbers. I don't do all that stuff. I don't do no pick 4s. I don't do no pick 5s. Sorry, because I feel that there's no way to teach it, no way to show it, and you got 1 in 10,000 odds on a pick 4. That's only a 3% of those 1,000 of those 10,000 numbers, and then pick 5, you got 100,000, 1 in 100,000, and I'm supposed to tell you what numbers coming, not me, because I can't work that hard. I won't work that. It ain't gonna work. So if you're on here and you want the pick 4s or the pick 5s, I can work with the pick 3s, but that's all I do, and won't even look at a pick 4 or a pick. Don't even play them. Too hard to hit. You're right, Carrie C. That's right. Yeah, same principle. Same principle. Yeah. You'll feel different about it, believe me. You will. When you're tracking for yourself and using the pick three glance strategy or a comparable system. The lottery post is a helpful tool to use. If you don't know about the lottery post, definitely you just put lotterypost.com. It'll come up. You download the website onto your phone, and I will show some demonstrations on the lottery post. You go back to my videos, the last couple of videos, I think I showed how to use the lottery post and to make it apply it to the picture at a glance strategy. And I think with somebody on here about calling out numbers. Let's see. Yeah. 5:30. Can you predict the North Carolina drawings? I set it up where you all do the tracking. I don't do any predictions, but Illinois and Missouri pretty much. Okay, 5:30. Lucan, 5:30. I appreciate your support. Appreciate you visiting the channel. I something going on with my. Okay, maybe I can do it this way. My tablet is acting up. Let's see if I can make it go up this way. Yeah, I do it that way. All right. Let's see. Is there anybody? Okay. All right. Anybody got any questions? Hey, Scott. Hey, Salvador. Everybody, Terry C. All right. Yeah. All right, Terry. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. You know, you've been with me a long way. I've learned a lot from you, Terry C, and I appreciate you. Learned a lot from you. Yeah. Okay. And that's pretty much it for today. I don't think I missed anything, but like I said, leave something in the comments. Email me. If I don't respond, YouTube got their hands full with this election year. I know they getting wore out because I can tell. Some things ain't just clicking like they normally do on YouTube with me. But all I can say is email me. I got my contact information pinned up in most of the videos where you can even call me if you like. Do one-on-one counseling, work that out to put you in the winner's circle, family. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the Lucky Town and OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, and play responsibly. Got you, Terry C. No problem, buddy.